maybe you need to try it. Just go do it and see what it takes. Because I had people work for me, and some people say, well, you don't know what you're doing. You're, you know. And, you know, and years later, they'll come back after they've come and gone and, you know, I talk to them and say, you know, I worked for a number of people after working for you, and what you were doing really made sense. You know, they said they worked for crooks. I mean, the guys were crooks, you know. You think that probably would be the single biggest disaster in one's career, is to do something crooked or get a reputation of being a crook. Now, things go wrong. You know, you can be late on your bills and, you know, unable to pay people, but you work something out. You know, but the whole time you're like, you got your eye on it. Like, I'm trying to take care of these people here. You're doing the right thing. Because once people start getting that you're in some kind of crooked, shady thing, I think that'll haunt you forever. So you really got to be careful about that and just run from that kind of thing, you know. And I don't like to talk about integrity a whole lot. It just seems like it's one of those things you just need to just have but don't really talk about a whole lot, you know. Learn to write. I'm blown away at how badly most people write. It's frightening. And if you're going to learn to write, I would take a course in learning to write advertising copy. Because when you write emails, the reason you're writing somebody is you want to move them to some kind of action. You want to bring in some information. You know, you say, hey, I got this idea for you. Here's why, and here's what I want you to do, and thank you very much, and like that, you know. So you use some direct response advertising copy writing technique. Learn that, because you can, no matter what you write, that would apply. It's just sort of those little nits that I think of, you know. I would take all those self-help workshops. I took a lot of them. I think it's been great. It's been great for me personally, professionally. I think it blows people's minds. You know, it's just amazing what you realize. Oh my God, you know, I can't believe that happened. And you know, like my girlfriend, for example, we saw some guy that she knew. He had a white pickup truck, and he seems like a nice guy. All right, and we saw somebody else, and he had a white pickup truck. Now I'm noticing the pattern of white pickup trucks. This seems silly and kind of stupid, but I noticed the patterns of white pickup trucks, and they were all kind of friends of hers that she'd known in the past. And I'm thinking, I said to her, well, your dad had a truck, didn't he? She said, yeah. What color was his truck? White. And she's like, oh my God. Yeah. I said, do you notice that all the guys you know that have white pickup trucks, you just seem like nice guys to you? And, you know, because Daddy had a white pickup truck. And it seems so trivial and silly, but it's one that's almost laughable. You know, you think, oh my God. But we are at the effect of all kinds of patterns and stuff that started early on in our life, and it is affecting us today. And the sooner you become aware of it. Now, you can go with a white pickup truck all you want, but at least know that my dad had a white truck. I still, you know, you can at least have fun with it and know that and be aware of it. But that's the kind of awareness and consciousness I'm talking about, is to understand that kind of stuff. I remember the day my grandfather came home and said, you'll never make any money working for somebody else. You got to work for yourself. And I think, okay, I know, I'm going to start a business. And some days I think, I could have done any number of other things in the world besides start a business. Why the hell did I do that? Well, that's why. But of course, now that I'm into it, you know, I'm kind of like, all right, you know, we're going to do this thing. But I still enjoy doing other things. But I realized that that's where it came from. It came from somewhere else. And it's really interesting insight, I think, for most people. It's almost like a spiritual experience to realize certain things that drive you that way. Because sometimes we're just driven so hard, we don't know why. And when you realize why, you can kind of like, you can redirect it. You can kind of like, okay, I can take this drive. And what I really like is this over here, and take that drive and move over. And then you can get into that groove of doing something that really does work for you.